I'd have to think, though. It is time for our lower bracket finals. First game of the best of three. Virtus.Pro versus Navi with Kodogai and Wagamama.
Prepare for battle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the caster panel. I'm Kodogai. Of course, this handsome gentleman is Wagamama.
I'm definitely on the side of VP. Just want to say that immediately.
Right, get it out there right away.
You know.
Okay, why are you immediately on the VP train?
I think this TA hero could be pretty fun to
All right,
play.
fair enough, you biased son of a gun. But, you know, it is Navi, after all, and we know a lot of Navi fanboys are going to be riling quite behind him. Would you agree with Draskell? This feels a bit all in for game number one.
I actually agree with Draskell in his last sentiment that, you know, I want Navi to win, but the draft-wise, I just think that VP's draft here is really easy to execute. They have nice combinations, and while you do have Wisp and Chen to try and send home and try to save people, I just don't see them having an easy way of controlling this game. And the movement speed between Track and Warcry, that's going to be hard to run away from.
We'll see if Navi are going to be able to pierce the armor of Virtus.Pro, if you will, and see if they can kind of, you know, play with the clock a bit and be able to kind of push forward when possible, because, yeah, even as the game will scale, it could look pretty damn nice for Virtus.Pro. And as expected, we could see bloodshed right away, Waga. Already both these teams looking to clash at the top rune right now, and we're going to lead in with an early nice stun coming out, and it goes right on top of the Slardar. Will creep in general, gets up with a good crush. Now they're looking for G as they jump back while they still try to go for SoNNeikO's Wisp. He tethers back away, looking to make it out, but he will go down. It is going to be Nofear picking up that first blood, and now they look over for the Dendi Puck, and they can get that too. Virtus.Pro start out with a nice double knockout.
Very hard to go into that 5-man of VP. They brought everyone for that top rune fights, and we don't normally see rune fights anymore because bounty runes are not ultra important anymore. But, you know, that at least they got both the bounty runes on the side of Navi, but losing 2 heroes, that's painful.
You know what's funny, actually, is when I was checking some of the replay footage coming here for this LAN final, I watched the matchup of Navi versus VP, and in those series, they did clash like every game at the rune, but you're right, when it came to the LAN final itself, we didn't see very many battles at the runes, but, you know, these are two.
It's just not incentivized, you know? There's no big reward for actually winning the rune. It's just 100 gold, so without the experience reward, if you're gonna die for it, don't do it. But we're gonna see. Actually, for the Puck versus TA mid matchup, it's not that terrible for Puck, especially having the Drow aura. You can definitely outplay the TA on that lane. But it comes down to Chen rotations, though.
With Dendi handing over the first blood.
Yep, with the first blood, it becomes much harder, but the TA did not get the first blood. You know, you died on your Puck, sure, but that doesn't hurt you too much in laning phase. It actually doesn't. As long as the TA doesn't get the gold, you know, boost from it, that's fine. She just got like 20 gold or something from that.
Now, FNG was stalking the Chen quite a bit, but he departed to head to the bottom lane, while Artstyle will take his Chen up to the top and kind of work with the camps there. He will be battling out with Nofear on that front, though. So, what do you think about the laning setup? Anything too far-fetched? It does look like they're going to be doing the Drow Wisp to the safe lane together here.
Well, both teams are kind of doing exactly what you would expect. I think a lot of attention should be put onto Chen and what he can do here in the early game. But top lane is going to be pretty hard to punish, I think. The Disruptor, not so easy to catch. He has boots already, so he's going to be just fine staying away from the Chen creeps. And Bounty Hunter, of course, helping out with the rune control here against SoNNeikO. And nice, he has boots and Orb of Venom, so he could pursue a little bit, but the tether will be there.
Yeah, he'll be fine. You know, SoNNeikO did often go for the full complete wand, not bottle build-up. Is that something new that the Wisps lately have been going for, not getting that early extra?
I think this is just because of the Batrider. I mean, it's situational. SoNNeikO is a great Wisp player. I would say, you know, it's EGM and SoNNeikO are the two that I think of immediately when I hear Wisp. It's just two amazing Wisps. And SoNNeikO has done some amazing plays. I'm sure his decision-making is good.
We'll see how that works out. Top lane, you know, Artstyle been doing a nice job kind of, you know, he's kind of getting up the face Disruptor. It might not be easy to catch, but was pulling the attention. But now they put their focus onto Artstyle here.
So much
damage.
damage.
The Shockwave, they get a nice crush for Nofear. They might get the Disruptor down. Will it be support split from both sides? No! So SoNNeikO steps in, helps out the Chen, and he pops the wand, gives them all that health back. And it will be Navi being able to get themselves on the board with that Disruptor takedown. Now they're looking for more. Aloha Dance gets the crush, but we got a rotation. Nofear is back, steps in, gets off the Thunderstrike, but they are going to be able to take down the Sven. They get it. One more bash comes out, and they're going to be able to knock him down. Now they're looking for SoNNeikO as a trade. They'll get that one. Another crush comes out, and they're going to get down the Nofear Disruptor once again.
The General.
Triple kill already, Magnus.
3 minutes in, 3 kills for General. Beautiful play there, the aggression. And SoNNeikO with the rotation top, that made a difference.
Oh, Ditya also, though, going to be going down that bottom lane. Yoku sees the action top and is like, you know what, I'm going in. Whisper's not here. I'm going to get this Drow.
He needs to do that. He needs to find a way to punish, because that was Na'Vi just getting the upper hand with the Wisp rotation. So good seizing that opportunity, but that was 3 heroes down. General at an amazing start now. Most games you will go Tranquils on your Slardar, but when you have such a good start here, getting 3 kills immediately, Power Treads is just a fine option here. He's going to have some great DPS.
Artstyle leaving the top lane. You think, yeah, you're good now, dude. General should be able to hold his own against the Sven. He has the early Power Treads on hand, and Artstyle will look to take his business elsewhere, but there will be a stranger following about as FNG will begin his stalking presence there. Let's check back on this mid lane, who was not too involved with the action at the top lane. Dendi has recovered. 19 and 11 CS for him to the 16 and 6 of G.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great on CS, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Puck is not a terrible hero against TA, despite what some people think. Hero's okay if you know what you're doing. And the Drow damage makes a massive difference, though. Like, it's just 8 more damage, but that's the difference between being able to last hit and not sometimes.
Could have some potential outside interference. FNG looking to linger around for the courier. Looks like he will just miss the timing as it does head up to Dendi, and looks like he may not be around for the pull back.
He's sneaking behind, though. He's trying to position himself.
Come here, you.
Yeah. He...
One more.
And
he's got it. Successful courier pick for FNG.
The extra middle range, you know, it makes it easier as well for Bounty.
That's true. That is true.
That was a very long range.
But he will get the hit, and that will be a nice little boost for G and for the team overall. So FNG will get the nod on that one, and we'll have to see where he decides to follow up at this point.
Both these teams coming out swinging here, though. 3-4 and the kill score. All those kills on Na'Vi going to their offlaner as well. It's going to allow him to make so much space for his team. I like that Chen is playing around Slardar here, because he's such a powerhouse. Oh, General. He gets it.
Crush for Nofear.
No mana.
Bashing him down right now. Nofear, as you said, no mana. Just help me, please. Aloha Dance. He will step in and give a nice courtesy stun, but suddenly a stampede of wild animals shows up. His Artstyle's here now. Drops the kinetic field, will create the space, and the General's like, that's not going to be enough to stop me.
He's not stopping.
To rush right in there. Looks for the crush, a swing and a miss, but it looks like they might still be able to get him. But Aloha Dance, interference, and now comes G. It's going for Artstyle. They will split apart. General does eventually catch up with Nofear and crushes him. Man, this kid is getting shoved into a locker right now by the bully General.
Yeah, really. He chased him all the way. G did TP up here, though, and can't really do too much. They're going to stun him up.
He got to make something out of this rotation, because he's leaving Dendi with those devices, and Dendi will actually show up. Now drops that level 6 coil. G stuck, low mana. He looks to retreat back towards the tower, but he's not going to be able to make it there. Dendi gets the kill, and this is looking wonderful, Na'Vi in the top lane.
Na'Vi are just realizing their power right now. Slardar got a great start. Let's play around him with everyone. Bring the Puck in as well. You know, use these rotations. And dying like this for TA, she just wants to farm. The early game, you do not want to bring her in here at all. And dying as well after not finding a kill, yeah, this is hurting VP. The one redeeming fact for them is that yoky is having quite a good farm down here on bottom.
Oh, yes. And again, he's like, little lady, be careful. You're by yourself now. Yeah, he will take advantage of the lane if necessary. Already got his level 6 and 600 gold here. A little ways to go to kind of build up and get that early Blink Dagger. And, you know, will VP kind of have to now defer to that moment to be able to find their next peak to be able to pull this game back, getting the lasso online?
I think so. They need to get the, you know, they need to get items rolling for them, really. And level 6 on Bounty is super important as well. So level 6 on Bounty, Blink on Bats, these are big timings that VP are looking towards. Whereas Na'Vi, they just took a tower, and they're good to keep rotating if they want to. They could just swing to mid now if they get rid of that tower. There's also no stacks on Ancients, by the way, for TA. At 7 minutes, he doesn't have a comeback mechanic prepared for him. So this farm is not going to come so easy.
Yeah, with General being kind of, or not General, but with Nofear kind of residing that top lane to have assistance for the Sven, and obviously with Bounty Hunter going out, getting the intel, sniping the courier, there's no one left to do those Ancient stacks. But it looks like Nofear is in the neighborhood now, and we'll start trying to build those up.
Well, he could build the stacks for himself, but it's just the aggression by Na'Vi on top lane, you know? It forced him to TP up there. He felt he has to do something. Can't let the Slardar do everything.
Yeah, very true.
So no time. But they're going to start stacking now, Nofear. Being a buddy to his mid laner.
FNG also got some nice early arcane boots, actually.
He did, yeah.
With the help of the courier cure, obviously, but now he has plenty of mana to work with, and when the track does come online, he will have plenty of mana to get those tracks out.
I like how this 8-minute bounty hunter already has the same net worth as the 40-minute bounty hunter.
I wasn't going to say that, but I was thinking the same exact thing. Well, FNG's already up and ahead than some of the bounty hunters we saw yesterday.
Yeah, it was a rough day for bounty yesterday, but looking pretty good. Ditya just farming away on bottom lane, but there's some pressure by Nofear hanging around here with yoky.
Yeah. I mean, they might be able to get a setup here with the lasso, maybe
the glimpse, yeah,
pulling it in. You know, he might not need a blink dagger, so they'll have to be cautious here from Navi. But then he has that coil back up it again. He's going to be looking to make it work. Puts it down right onto yoky, who'd been really the big farmer for the team, and they're going to take him down. They make it look easy.
Yeah, great rotation there. At the same time, though, Bounty Hunter saw the Slardar run in here, and they got a kill on a big fish.
Yeah, he had quite a bit of net worth behind him coming into this point, so they are going to be handing over a little bit of a swing.
Yeah, and Sven also now, it's an interesting thing having Sven and Tia on the same team, because both of them really want to make use of the Ancients. He took over a creep now with the Dominator, so stacking is going to be easier, but TA for now is going to make use of this double stack, but later on Sven will need these Ancients. It's a little bit of an anti-synergy.
So what would, you're a big TA player, what would you do at that point when you're in this kind of a game when someone else needs to kind of split the resources with you? You'll get first dibs, it looks like, but then how do you find the extra farm recovery after that? Are you hoping to just get hero kills with your team, or?
I mean, you just got to play around the stuns and disables. You really have to do that.
Yeah.
If you get your Blink Dagger early, sometimes it's even worth just getting the Blink Dagger before the Desolator. If you really cannot keep farming on Ancients, cannot keep playing the passive game, you have to be active. And if Blink on Batrider is up and you have a Disruptor with a Glimpse, then Blink on TA could be great.
We already have our Wisp SoNNeikO here at level 6 now, Waga, so Relocate is online, ready to go. Should Navi try to consider putting that to use sooner than later?
They could use it defensively. Like, they could wait for a timing of Blink Dagger. They know it's 10 minutes in. There shouldn't be too much time until this Batrider. Oh, they're using it aggressively.
Okay, they make their move and they go right on top of yoky. They're looking to delay that Blink Dagger if possible. It looks like they will be able to do so. ALOHANDANCE makes the rotation, tries to get up some good damage. Will be mitigated by the artstyle Hand of God, and now G even making a showing. There is going to be the coil committed, but it's a swing and a miss. Not going to be able to get the catch on G on that one, and Navi might have to consider just going for the tower instead.
Yeah, they whiffed the coil, so maybe there will be contested by VP, but they also lost their Batrider. And that was a very painful death. He was so close to Blink again, and that's the second time he died.
200 gold down further. He was about 1,700 at that point. Now has to kind of find a recovery.
Yeah, and that means that Slardar is going to have his Blink before the Batrider, most likely.
This army coming through. They're going to try to go for 2 towers. 2-for-1 special for Navi.
It's the power of Chen. Artstyle, he knows how to play his hero, for sure.
Chen, Drow, they're looking to make it work. They move in. Stun's going to be missed from the Centaur creep, and now Virtus.Pro looking to kind of defensively hold off Navi. Then he flips back into that Static Storm. Then he could be in trouble, but SoNNeikO's going to be there to hold his hand and try to help, but it's not going to be enough. He does drop. And now the rest of Virtus.Pro looking to go on the assault. There's SoNNeikO. He's thunderstruck. He can't go anywhere. He's slow. He's a ball. He's going to pop.
Oh, it's so scary watching the track with Batrider on your team. It's such a fast chase, and Glimpse as well, a speedy Disruptor chasing you. And that was not even Sven being there. The Warcry was not there.
And yoky gets that kill, so once he was at 1,400 gold from his recent death, now he's about 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it swings really hard. These kill streaks and just the amount of gold they get from one big kill here.
What do you think then? Should Navi not have gone for that tier 2? Do you think it was the right thing to feel like they had that momentum? Maybe they should have pulled out a bit sooner?
I think they could go for it, but they also have to be really ready with the Chen to send back, because with Relocate it's down. So if anyone gets glimpsed, it has to be Chen to save them. And their positioning was just, they thought, oh, fine, bottom. They catch with the puck ulti. Relocate comes in, and easy kill.
Yep.
And
just got that Blink Dagger. He did get it in hand, but yeah, we'll lose it the second he gets it. So not your ideal debut of a dagger.
Yeah, they got it at the same time at least with the Slardar and the Batrider, but Slardar being equal farm as Batrider means that he's ahead. He transitions into a very, very heavy-hitting hero, and this is what Navi needs. I feel the way they drafted, they need to be able to take these fights early on mid. Yeah. They're looking for it.
Let's see. They make their move. The jump happens. FNG going to get crushed up, and he will quickly go down. And now Navi going to look to follow it up with +1 on the tower.
And that's when VP go, so Slardar has a Blink Dagger. Now we know. The surprise Blink effect. It's very real. And he's a tower.
Good catch for them.
Mech now completed on the Chen as well. He's just 10 gold off. So he's going to be the mech carrier, and Wisp has his urn in a little bit of gold.
Na'Vi remove all the tier 1 and possibly tier 2s between these two lanes, and Roche also opens up as an easy option.
And they're controlling the Ancients, which is a massive thing against the team with TA and Sven. If you're, I mean, they're not even blocking it for now, they're just farming it as a team. Like, this is a good experience, man. Oh, look at a trick by Dendi. They send him home with the Chen, he picks up his item, and he orbs back.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. That's
Cute
just
little play.
Cheeky little things, you know. Na'Vi, you may know them from the fountain hooks and other tricks.
Cute stuff there. I wanted to take a moment before the wreck. Ditya had gotten the wind lace early. Is that typical for a lot of Drows, or is it something he's just kind of incorporated into his lineup to maybe get from farm to farm?
I actually love it against the Batrider. It allows him to be a little bit better with positioning, and he has one free inventory slot anyway. He's not going Magic Wand, so why not?
Might see a flash, jumping from Dendi, just a mild harassment on the Aloha-Dance. They already commit the Stag Storm right on the Dendi and Ditya Barrage. Big double catch from your Disruptor, but they get to relocate and they will try to bail out, but it's only to go to the left-hand side, and now Na'Vi. They're going to look to re-engage here. They only lost their Dendi Puck, but that might be enough for Na'Vi to force to step back and away. With no coil at the ready, they might be in a bit of trouble. But General will step in, gets off a good crush, looking to go for FNG. We'll get that one. Artstyle, though, is going to be the trade as G picks up a double kill. And they look to go back in. SoNNeikO is back. He's able to sidestep. General looking for G, going to get it with the assistance from Ditya. They hit pretty damn hard.
Oh my god, SoNNeikO is just destroying this fight, playing so well. The relocate, he dies in the end here to the Batrider, but the relocate just saving people after that Disruptor catch, which was really good as well. Man. Both these teams have drafts that just clash so well. Drow is a little bit harder to play maybe in these fights because, you know, if you get jumped on, there's not much to save you. But General was really good at preemptively catching the enemy instead.
It did cost FNG a buyback for that skirmish. It does make it technically a 3-3 split apiece, and the net worth ends up being about the same. I think the more important part is that VP, they need to go into these fights. They can't let the towers fall early. You cannot lose your tier 3 towers. And especially fighting under a tier 3 tower aura is really big. There's a lot of physical damage coming out from Na'Vi, and that 3 extra armor, it really helps you fight. Yeah, but maybe not expecting to be forced in this kind of defensive position so soon. Na'Vi were able to really kind of ramp up their aggression very quickly. We're only about 15 minutes in, and here you see them battling under the tier 2s, you know?
Yeah, I love looking at a game like this and then just checking the net worth graph. It's beautiful. It's like a roller coaster.
Makes for some exciting.
None of them are getting ahead big enough to feel really confident to control the game, so every fight can be very decisive. And so far it's been very even, but we'll see how it goes. TA did not opt to go for the Blink first, by the way. Almost has the Desolator completed.
Why would you think that he would opt for that? Is that for the... Oh, hold on. Mid lane. Lasso pullback and kidnapping on the right of the General gets a beautiful two-man crush. The bump from SoNNeikO. He actually is going to be picking up that double kill. Coil's going to be there as Na'Vi do look for more. SoNNeikO now jumping past with General. G hiding under the dark right now, but they got the spirit pops. They know he's there, but they can't see him. He's going to come back with maybe something special, a dust, a sentry. They might not even need it. They're just bursting him down. Now he shows up. Sentry's down. See you later.
Man, such nice plays on the relocate and the send home here. Na'Vi really showing how important these things can be. With the Puck, Blink Dagger pickup earlier, and this Wisp now going back and picking up a sentry warrior coming back. It's really a global strat. It's wonderful. But
very smooth transition.
A lot of this comes down to General, though. He's having the game of his life here on Slardar. He's 6-1-7, delivering in every fight.
He actually, they spot out Yoku. He jumps past the Roche pit, goes right for the Batrider here. SoNNeikO comes by, joins him, and Dendi will also get in on the action. But will Virtus.Pro be able to outnumber him here? I don't think so. They focus fire. They're going to go right for Aloha-Dance. The big meaty Sven who's got the God Strength up. It don't matter. They take down the red man. They will get the pullback on General under the Static Storm. Nofear trying to burst him down. They will be able to get that one while Dendi tries to get redemption. He'll have to be sidestepping here. He's low now, and he might have to pull out.
And all the while, Roshan is following as well. This is just Na'Vi fighting with a few players while Drow and Chen take Roshan.
Now they're going to get involved. They have the power of the Aegis here. They're looking to get the cleanup for Nofear. Can they get it? They will. SoNNeikO will end up popping. Tried to tether away from the trouble, but he's not going to be able to make it out. And now G looks to move in, but it is going towards a Ditya with an Aegis here.
It's dangerous to fight into Aegis. And there's the Puck ulti again.
He moves in. A coil's going to be committed. Will snap, but Na'Vi just a little out of position to be able to kind of make that jump ahead.
Puck is so amazing for these fights. I mean, much better even than the hero like Queen, just for the aggressive pace of this game.
Yeah.
Because Puck ulti has no cooldown. It's just 75 seconds on all levels, which makes you really ready to take these fights. And now he's got the entire Veil as well, waiting for him in base. They're just going to keep taking up, you know, more and more pressure onto VP here. executing their draft really well.
The way they're able to just assist each other and be there for each other, it feels like, oh, General made a hard commitment for this double stun, but then SoNNeikO will fly in, Dendi will blink in, and suddenly he has reinforcements right by his side.
Yeah, I said earlier that, you know, I think VP's draft is easier to play out, but Na'Vi are playing so well that their draft actually executes perfectly. It puts a lot of pressure on individual skill and communication, but they've got it down this game.
They just take a tier 2 bottom lane, and now they will hold the highest net worth that they've had in this game, now pushing past that 5K mark. And it's
and again, stealing the Ancients as well is just going to extend that lead even more. VP, they have no control over their own Ancients.
And now almost forced to just all head to the high ground here towards the top lane and just try to maybe creep in some tier 1s for themselves. I imagine, though, Na'Vi are not going to be looking to pump the brakes anytime soon.
No, definitely not. They want to get rid of, you know, as much map control as possible. They still see one more tier 2 tower, full HP on the side of VP. They will probably make a move for that as soon as they clear mids, or maybe even going for this high ground push. They have Aegis.
But obviously not the ideal situation when you have your Bat Rider and your Blink Dagger. You're hoping to find isolated picks. He is creeping in from behind, but Na'Vi is at the doorstep of Virtus.Pro. There's really no easy opening, and when you have that Wisp ready to go, it's not going to be an easy grab.
Well, even with him having Invis, it's so hard to pick a good target here. You have to go on the Wisp, but even then, Puck is just going to jump you immediately and stop you from killing that Wisp. So
true.
It's a tough job for Bat Rider this game.
We'll start dishing out some tracks here, so at least Virtus.Pro can see what's happening outside the front door, but they already take down that tier 3. The sieging begins.
Well, taking damage.
You know, Ditya has an Aegis. He's happy to kind of be the one to kind of lurk out in front. They're going to be forced to pull out the lasso, pull the lady back. SoNNeikO is going to be there. Kinetic Field locks him in place with the Static Storm here. Ditya is going to be healed up. Hand the God Mekko coming up from artstyle. He's the paramedic here, and will heal him up nicely. They look to get FNG down. He is going to be able to back away. SoNNeikO very low. Sidesteps, makes it out. Nope. You're going to be the first one to hit the deck. And now they're going to be looking for the racks already, Waga. We haven't even reached 20 minutes yet.
Yeah,
and
they're going crazy.
Is going really hard down. Now they're going to get dropped. Ditya with a double. They're looking for Aloha Dance. He's going to be out. Has a buyback, but if Sven has to buy back now, you are way in the red.
This is going to be a second lane as well. This is beautiful play by Na'Vi. They're just playing so well together. Yep. The heal from Wisp tethering up the Drow and then the Chen ulti. They could not bring down the Drow during their ulti.
This is just like the dream Drow lineup right now, and it's just going beautifully for them.
Yeah, I think a lot of it though has to do with the early rotation to top.
Yeah,
General was just destroying that lane after a triple kill, and SoNNeikO, he enabled this.
And might have to reconsider getting that Wisp out of the picture in the banning phase at this point forward. SoNNeikO shows that even though it feels like it's been a while since he's kind of got his hands on the hero, he knows what he's doing.
I mean, SoNNeikO is one of those players that I would never want to get him Wisp. Definitely not. I would rather play against Beastmaster this time.
Virtus.Pro trying to get something. They want to get Dendi. They pull him back. They might have the burst with Ditya just unloading a serious amount of right-click damage. You will easily be able to take down the 2. Buyback going to be forced out from G.
They're
Aloha Dance, they need to make this work. Aloha Dance also already depleted of a lot of blood. Standing, swinging. They'll be able to finally take down artstyle. They're getting some numbers here, but Ditya continues to just unload all over Virtus.Pro. G's going to be out. That's a dieback for him. Only
5,000 gold on this Drow now as well. He's just flying ahead. They got 2 lanes of racks. Beautiful team fight there. Having the Aegis at this, you know, after taking the rack as well. They're just destroying VP in this first game.
Let's breathe now, Na'Vi. They could finally maybe consider stepping back, using that huge boost of the economy, and it looks like they are going to begin to spend it on some nice little treats.
Manta and BKB for Drow. Beautiful pickups for her indeed. And the Slardar has 2.7k as well, so he could think about BKB or going just for a 4-staff. Great in these aggressive games as well. Even adding a lad to their team would be pretty good for just breaking the final lane of racks.
All right, Wadka, so now you're Virtus.Pro. You know that Na'Vi is going to be coming soon, and they're going to be packing even more heat than they had before. Oh my God, what the hell are you going to do?
That's the issue. They have Blink on the Bat Rider, they have Blink on the Sven, but they don't have any farm going for TA. They cannot fight. She's the 5th least farmed hero on the map, and their damage is just not there, even if they get a perfect combo.
Here comes Na'Vi, though. They're 1 racks away from Megas and ending out the game. They're going to be spotting out Aloha Dance, and he's going to be out of the picture before the real fight even begins, Waga. 50 seconds on the sidelines. No buyback for you, sir.
Yeah, that's just really costly, and he had to feel that coming as well, but I guess I guess VP they're probably already thinking about next game, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is
the most one-sided game of this LAN final so far without
for sure.
And now they make the move. There's going to be the coil. Navi looking to put the nail in the coffin, and they do it. FNG has seen enough. Virtus.Pro will take their first game loss. Navi, wow.
They're looking like a different team compared to yesterday. These two teams matched up then, and it was nothing like this. Navi are just really well prepared, beautiful execution, and yeah, they just make this Puck and Slardar work so much together. I love to see this.
So your